If your newsfeed is anything like mine, you're constantly seeing ads like this, that how to get leads, Facebook leads for $1, how to generate 32 leads in a matter of a day with a 40-cent budget. I mean, 24-cent leads. I've bought these courses. They come up and I'm a sucker. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll learn something from them, so I'll buy them. I've bought several and I am going to expose exactly what these courses, you don't have to spend $1. I'm just going to show you how this works and how you can actually implement it. Okay. So it's using a funnel system called a giveaway funnel. And I just did a mock up here so everyone can see it. A giveaway funnel is when you give a contest or a giveaway and then you try to retarget or nurture that person to get them into a lead. Now, the reason this funnel is so effective is because one, it's cheap engagement with ads. If you're going to give something away, typically you'll get a lot of engagement. People like free stuff, right? You're providing value because you're giving something away for free. So that typically does well. Facebook will give you cheaper clicks and cheaper conversions. The prospect is interested in your product because you're typically giving something away, like your core product or hero offer, you're giving that away. And that's, so they're somewhat interested, like because they're asking for free, they're probably going to pay for it. Permission-based advertising, you're going to get the client to actually agree to be contacted. So while you're getting them in on a contest, you're going to be trying to upsell them or cross-sell and get them to become a potential lead in your sales funnel. And what's nice too is you could target prospects in every part of the funnel. You're going insanely broad to get them into the engagement, but you're also hitting them in several different ways where they could be ready to buy now. They might be ready to buy in a few weeks, but you're getting that engagement started and building it out. So I will just show you a quick rundown on how this happens. So you have a giveaway funnel. And in that funnel, you have two main steps on that page that somebody can do. The first step is they can sign up for the giveaway. So they sign up and say, yes, I'm interested in winning this product or service. In this example that I did was for a vacation rental company where they're giving away a dream vacation. So they know that the person is interested in the vacation offer that they normally sell because someone's signing up for the dream vacation. So it's not somebody in the other side of the country that can't actually come here on vacation. It's somebody who's interested in going there at least for free, so they'll probably pay for it. But it's related to the core offering they have. So they're not giving something away like a gift card to a Outback Steakhouse or something like that. So you enter in, or you can just cut ahead of the sales funnel and say, would you like to get a consultation or a meeting? Would you like a unpublished deal or special, something along those lines? Because some people are going to come to your page and just say, you know what, I'll buy it. If you give a good enough deal, a good enough value. So, hey, I was going to come in for free, but they have a deal for 50% off. I'll just buy the 50% instead of waiting a couple months to see if I win the contest or the raffle. So you always give them a chance to skip ahead of the funnel. So if we go up here, they enter into the raffle, and you're actually during this phase getting a lot of information from them. So you're going to have them fill out a survey. Okay. You're not just going to say, give me your email and then kick them over somewhere. You're going to say, depending on what your offer is, what kind of criteria are you looking for? So for vacation rentals, for example, what kind of vacation are you looking for? Romantic vacation, adventurous vacation, quiet, secluded vacation. So you can ask these different things so you know how to market them later. And when I say market later, it could even just be in the following steps that are coming up. And you want to ask things like, do they have kids? Things like that. Things that you can use later in your retargeting. You would have the survey. It pulls out in a custom field. That information can then direct your funnel later down to make it feel like a more targeted message and convert the prospect a little bit easier because you're talking to the specific things that they filled out in your survey. So in this instance, we are giving them the option to either set an appointment to after the survey. They go through the survey. We say you're entered into the contest. Would you like to speak to a rep about a unpublished deals and specials? So it's the same that we have down here. We just moved it over to after they do the form fill. They can say, yes, I would like to hear about the unpublished specials, and the lead automatically goes. So that's where this $1 lead comes in, or cheap leads, is you're asking them these questions, and then you ask, would they like to speak to somebody more about a special offering or something that you have? And then you're paying on average about 7 to 10 cents per sign up. 1 in 10 of those will typically turn into a lead. They'll say, so 1 out of 10 people who go through your funnel will say, yes, I'd like to be contacted. And that's where they get that 24-cent lead, dollar lead, is they're saying that if you do enough engagement, 1 out of 10 are gonna buy what you're trying to sell if you have a good hero offer, and that's with $1 leads. I mean, that's the base of it. Some people will actually push you into, after that, why not try to do upsells and downsells right away? So for this client, for example, we're talking about doing a chef's tasting or a beer flight, so they can get not on the menu. They can order something very exclusive. They have to actually pull their credit card out. So we're not talking about meetings or leads anymore. We're trying to recoup some of that ad spend that we're dumping out to get these surveys going. So they would sign up for basically in this an unpublished deal with it, which is a 5-course pairing chef's dinner that you cannot buy anywhere else, and it's a limited time, only available for 15 minutes or whatever. Once you leave this page, the offer is done. Or a lower downsell would be a beer flight, because they know if they can get somebody to come to their restaurant, come to their brewery, they're going to probably want to stay at one of their houses. They're probably going to want to do some adventure, and they're going to have that lead that they can prospect to. So you can see the upsell downsells, you're getting them in right there, and then the thank you page. So if we go back to the survey here and we do the split off, this would be if they say, I don't want to speak with somebody. I don't want to talk to your sales rep. I don't want to schedule an appointment. We still skip ahead. Now we just don't send them to an appointment page. We send them to an upsell downsell page. So right away, like, congratulations for entering the survey. Now, would you like to buy the chef tasting or beer flight? So we just bypass that one step. So this is a pretty genius funnel if you're really looking to expand your list, because once you get all this information, which I don't have here, it's kind of a completely different nurturing funnel, you build this massive list that you're constantly hitting with deals and specials, and you're going to actually get cheaper leads than that $1 lead. So that's where people are saying you can get these leads for like 15 cents, is because they're calculating in, well, yeah, you might convert 1 out of 10 right off the bat, but you're probably going to convert another 10 over the course of the year if you have a good nurturing funnel. So now, instead of saying $1 lead, that's where you're getting these like 10-cent lead, 15-cent leads. That's the psychology, and that's these courses that people are selling for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and then they'll sell you high ticket coaching for thousands and thousands of dollars on this. But at the end of the day, it really is a fairly simple thing that we're talking about here, which is doing a giveaway, getting their information, having a funnel, so you constantly try to get them to want to talk to you or buy something right on the call. So right in the funnel. And I would just leave a few notes here for some things to remember when you're doing this, okay? So you have to make sure the offer is related. You don't want to give something away. The real trick here that a lot of people seem to gloss over is that you're giving something away that they're really interested in. Like you have like an ad that's, let's say like your vacation rental company, they're whitewater rafting and stuff. If their thumb stops and they look at that, they're obviously interested in it. So you want to make sure the offer that you're giving away is close to what you're selling them. It makes it a much easier cross sell than just pulling random people who want free stuff. You want to give the option to skip ahead. So you want to make sure that you may have people that are literally wanting to buy right now. This just because you're doing it at a very low level in the value ladder. So value ladder again is just getting them, hey, free giveaway, appointment, buy service, right? So you're getting them in early, but you don't know where people are in there. People may have already been thinking of going on a vacation or buying your product. And if you get them in and let them skip ahead, you can close them quicker instead of dragging them out through the funnel. And then lastly is automate as much as possible. Biggest mistake I see is having your sales team rely on getting back to people, especially I will guarantee you if you start to run Facebook campaigns or Instagram campaigns or AdWord campaign and you really start doing these giveaway funnels, you'll get a lot of leads in really, really quick. Your sales team 100% will just start doing one. If they can't close them on the first call, they know they have 20 more calls stacked. They are not going to value these leads. So you want to automate as much as possible for them. So if someone signs up, you want to use a CRM system and think this out beforehand. What do you want to happen? If someone schedules an appointment, what happens next? If they don't show up to the appointment, what happens next? If they say price is an issue, what happens next? And what you want to do is have a system where you can say, okay, this person said this, and then you drop a card, or you move the prospect in the CRM, and everything just happens relating to that task. So you're kind of predicting the ways that things can splinter off, and then you're coming up with a solution for that. And that's where the long-term lead gen comes in. That's how people are generating massive amounts of leads very, very cheaply, is because they automate the system to such a degree that you don't need to have a human involved, could be human error. It could also just be time consuming. You could lose someone in that position. So while yes, it does take more time and energy to set something like this up, it is infinitely scalable. When you have, say, hey, after an hour, send this email. After an hour and a half, send this ringless voicemail drop. After an hour, send this SMS reminder and tell them to check their email and whitelist us. So by thinking ahead and doing that, you're going to have a much, much better conversion rate over the long term. So hopefully this was a good lesson for everyone, and I saved everyone here a few $100s, and because you don't have to buy these courses. They're just selling what I just told you with a lot of fluff and blueprints and checklists and pages and pages of PDF with kind of like useless copy. But this is at the core of it, and I think by seeing this, most people could probably start to think in their business how they could build something like this. Thanks, everyone.